Well, it's 28 years later, The Bone Temple, a worthy follow up to last year's 28 Days Later. I saw it. I have thoughts. Here's my thoughts up next at Mark at the Movies. Well, I just got out of 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, which is a direct sequel from last year's 28 Years Later, which is a sequel from the 28 Days Later films from Danny Boyle from years ago. And you know what? I am a huge sucker for Ralph Fiennes and his acting prowess. That guy, he can be in anything and I will enjoy the heck out of it. He is one of the greatest living actors that we have working, whether it's his older stuff, whether it's Schindler's List or The English Patient or Quiz Show, or his newer work, whether it's The Menu or it's his work as Voldemort in Harry Potter. Ralph Fiennes is an absolute treasure, and he is wonderful in this, reprising his role as Dr. Kelson from last year. He has this new relationship with a new alpha zombie, and it is something to behold. There's something about Ralph Fiennes and the way that he just jumps into the deep end with all of these characters. There's something freeing and wonderful about him. He is excellent, par none, A++ in this. His performance is magnificent. You also have a couple of the characters from the last one as well. You have Alfie Lewis reprising his role as Spike, and he meets up in the very beginning of this film with what we find out is this satanic group that are just causing chaos amongst all the zombies. And the leader in this is a guy who calls himself Jimmy, and he's played wonderfully by Jack O'Connell, who was also the lead vampire in Sinners this last year. He's got such a great way about him of having effortless jerkiness. Man, is he great at that. And you just really cheered for him to, get torn apart, unfortunately. But man, I'll tell you, every time there's a gross scene, it is very, very, very gross. It's disgusting gross. There is zombies in here for sure. But I was surprised at how much room there was to breathe in this film, we'll call it. On the edge of boredom, even. What I enjoyed about the tone of it, though, was that this is no longer an exciting new scary world. This is a lived-in zombie world where zombies are just a part of the reality and people are not shocked by them anymore. This is a lived-in zombie world, and instead of a larger scope, this is a smaller tale in a smaller area of a smaller community. And it really does an excellent job of expanding the lore of the 28 days/years mythology. I really enjoyed that part. That being said, when there's no action, I find myself getting a little twitchy here and there. It was a little disconnected as far as the different sections. But that being said, man, does it come together in the end. The last 15 to 20 minutes of this is excellent. Ralph Fiennes is so good in this. Jack O'Connell does a wonderful, wonderful job. And Aaron Kellerman, who plays one of the disciples of Jack O'Connell, Jimmy character. Aaron Kellerman, this is a really, really good role for her. You will remember her as the bad guy in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And she does, with these kind of... is she good or is she bad types of roles, where she plays a bad girl most of the time, but she's got a good heart. This is the exact kind of role that she absolutely excels in. So that's great. It's a tragic tale. Circling back to the last 15 minutes. Oh my goodness. Really cool writing in this. And I'm going to give a spoiler here, a pretty big one. So if you haven't seen the film and you want to, turn your volume down for about 15 seconds. Giant cameo at the end of this with Cillian Murphy coming back in it. Wow, blew me away. Absolutely a totally neat bookend type of thing. Really, really loved that for the film, and it wasn't a big showy thing either. Perfect for this little bit of film. I liked this. It wasn't great. This is a solid 3-star film. Ralph Fiennes gives another legendary performance. Jack O'Connell is great as the heavy, as the bad guy. The special effects are good. This relationship that Ralph Fiennes' doctor character has with this alpha zombie is interesting and unsettling in it for sure. But I kept finding myself saying, what's really the point of this? Entertaining enough. It's a January release. I recommend it. I'll give it a solid 3 stars. The Bone Temple. How about you? You gonna go see 28 years later, The Bone Temple? Do you like Ralph Fiennes like I like Ralph Fiennes? What are your thoughts? Let's talk together in the comments. Let's talk about the movies. Let's go together to the movies and mark at the movies.